Hey everybody, Phil Crew here, Comedy Cigars and Music, and today we'll be going over Comedy Cigars and Music's top cigars of 2020. So real briefly before I start the list, and excuse the squeaky chair, I've tried everything I can to make it not squeak, outside of destroy it. Okay, so to go over the requirements or what I was looking for when I picked the top cigars for Comedy Cigars and Music. What I was looking for basically were cigars I had reviewed, so that way you guys have some reference point when I list them. And also, they were just cigars that I smoked. So I wasn't looking for brand new cigars, nothing like that. I think there's something to be said with cigars that have some longevity, as well as cigars that are brand new. So my list from this year on, as long as I do them, will include anything I've reviewed that year. Doesn't really matter if it's a brand new cigar or not. If I thought it was worthy of the list, it'll be on the list. And also something a little bit different that maybe not everybody's doing. I'm not giving these cigars any type of rank or order. I'm just listing the cigars. The cigars I thought were good. They got a good rating when I reviewed them, and there was just something about them I liked. So that might not be something I can define or explain to everybody, but I thought they were list worthy. So let's get into it. And I should say that I'm not going to get in all kind of details and everything with this list, because I want to get you guys the list and get you out of here. I don't want to take up a bunch of your time, okay? So, Aging Room Cuatro Nicaragua. This cigar had great flavors, performed well, really dug it. And quite frankly, that will be basically the reason that most of these cigars are on here. Actually, probably all of them, I guess. Makes sense. The Patina Maduro was my first Aladino that I tried, and actually the only one I've tried so far. Very good cigar. I probably really need to try some more Aladino cigars. Next, the American Viking Cigar Company Box Press Rebellion. This was, I believe, the first cigar review I did where I was actually smoking a cigar on camera. I had gotten quite a bit of flack for some of my earlier reviews where I didn't smoke on camera. So I decided to try it out and kind of went from there. And very good cigar. Next up, Gestagli Cigars Cottontail. Very first Gestagli I've ever had. Super good flavors, very smooth, really great cigar. And now, the Cavalier Geneva Black Series 2. Excellent cigar. You have to love the band, that gold diamond. Is that why it made the list? No, but still pretty cool. Then we have the Crowned Heads Juarez. Very first cigar review I did. The flavors were absolutely excellent. The cigar performed overall, construction-wise, everything else, great. And at that price point, very, very hard to beat for that type of performance. Next up, the Dapper Siempre Sungrown. Really enjoyed the cigar. Great flavors, good construction. There hasn't been a Dapper cigar that I've had that I haven't at least enjoyed. And I should mention, if you want a list where you can just get all the links for these cigars, that list will be on comedycigarsmusic.com, top 20 cigars of 2020. Next up, the Davidoff Yamasa. Very good cigar, great flavors, good construction from what I remember, and also a fairly affordable Davidoff cigar. I really liked it, and I think you probably will too if you haven't tried it yet. Then we come to the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Sin Compromiso. Great cigar, really enjoyed the cigar. I did the cigar towards the end of this, or not the end of this year, holy cow, I'm not going in the future here. Towards the end of 2020. And I will say that I thought a lot of the flavors in that, or at least some of them, maybe not a lot, some of the flavors were very unique, very enjoyable, really dug the cigar. Construction was awesome, just a good cigar. You need to try it if you haven't. Now we come to the Emilio Cigars La Musa Limited Edition. Loved that cigar. Absolutely love that cigar, and I actually have one in my humidor right now. I don't know when I'm going to smoke it. Maybe I never will, just in fear that I won't get to smoke one again. So try it out. And by the way, if you're curious, the cigar I'm smoking right now is the OM Cigars Essential Blend No. 2, and I'm actually reviewing this cigar as I'm doing this top cigars of 2020. No, I'm not so distracted. I'm not catching what's happening with the cigar. Trust me. This is the first cigar, I don't know, did I just say that? First cigar I'll be reviewing in 2021, and this review will be out the next review. So shortly after I post this one. Definitely check out that review, trust me. All right, and now we come to the Fritello Bianco. Another great cigar, and I know you guys are going to get tired of hearing me say great cigars, so I'm going to put a bad cigar on this list, but another great cigar. This cigar, I guess kind of a behind the scenes thing just for me, was the first cigar that I did a full character review on. Actually one of my favorite characters to do, if not my favorite, absolute favorite character to do. Just really dig that character. I just have a lot of fun with him. And just really liked the cigar. And it was just a good cigar and a little bit more backstory. I kind of dug some of the stories I put into that review, and but that's not why it got picked. So, and then going with Fritello once again, the Fritello Clasico. Another really great cigar. I know you guys are thinking, man, I hope you say another great cigar again, because you know that's why we looked at this list. But really enjoyed that cigar. Again, great flavors, great construction. Just have not been very disappointed with Fritello cigars. Next on the list, the Hiram and Solomon Entered Apprentice. The one thing I can say about this cigar, 100% outside of flavors, everything else, creamy as heck. The Entered Apprentice was so friggin' creamy. Really enjoyed that cigar. Great cigar again, great construction, all that, blah, blah, blah. But it was a really, really good cigar, and you definitely need to try it out. I've actually seen a lot of people that haven't even tried Hiram and Solomon yet. You have to give them a shot. Next up, the House Blends Direct Private Royal Connecticut. House Blends Direct kind of came up here in 2020. From what I understand, they've done different things with other companies, but never went out on their own. They went out. I have a problem talking, and that's all right. We'll all get through it. They went out on their own this year to do their own thing. House Blends Direct, now they might still be doing stuff with other people, but they have their own line of cigars. The Private Royal Connecticut, when I got a 5-pack of those, lit up one before I did the review, before I actually reviewed it. Great cigar. The thing I remember the most is like flavors that I got off it and still get off it consistently. Honey and mixed nuts. You could throw those flavors at me all day long through an entire cigar. I'm not going to complain about it. And that's how the House Blends Direct Private Royal Connecticut ended out too. And now the J. London Gold Series. I got this cigar. It was given to me by actually our sponsor, 58ring.com. Great cigar. I got the box pressed version, which I actually kind of dig. Box pressed, especially when they're done well. The J. London Gold Series was definitely done well. Very good cigar, excellent. It is on the pricey side, but sometimes you have to give yourself a little gift there, and the J. London Gold Series is definitely worth the price. The Yasum Crawl Tyrannical Buck. I was recommended to try that cigar by Axel Rodriguez, which watches my videos. Voodoo? I don't know what I'm thinking. Anybody got a voodoo out there? Please don't poke me. Anyway, watches my videos at least from time to time. And he recommended that cigar to me on Instagram, that I should try that cigar out. Sought it out, tried it. Excellent, excellent cigar. And for another one of my very early cigar reviews that I did when I started smoking on camera for the enjoyment of everyone, was the Hoya de Nicaragua Silver. Chocolatey, spicy, if memory serves me correctly. Really great cigar, and I'm sorry I might not hit every detail that I did in the review while I'm doing this top list. I'm trying to get it out to you quick, and honestly, I made the list as I went. If a cigar hit me a certain way, I put it down on my list. Next on the list, the La Palina Black Label. Great flavors, just a really, really, really great smoke, and I think it's fairly affordable too, if memory serves me correctly. Definitely worth trying out. The Macaleth Magna. I'm not a huge fan, or I haven't been a huge fan of the thinner cigars, and that is definitely one of these cigars. Flavor-wise, performance, everything across the board, definitely had me second guessing or possibly changing my mind about thinner cigars, for sure. The Oscar Valladares Superfly Maduro. All I can say is Shaft ain't got nothing on that cigar. Great cigar, you need to try it out if you haven't. And while it's not on my list because I didn't review it, the Connecticut, the Oscar Valladares Superfly Connecticut, also really good cigar. So there's a little bonus for you. Next on my list, as we arrive towards the end here shortly, the Patina Connecticut. Super smooth Connecticut, really good, creamy. The one thing I remember at some point in the review, I mentioned that I got like this cinnamon, like Red Hots candy, where some of you guys might not get that or might not have got it. I did. I don't name flavors that I don't get. I stay very consistent with all that. I make sure that I only name what I get. That was a pleasure to smoke, absolute pleasure, and you should try it. And going right along in line with that, the Patina Maduro. Another excellent cigar. Sorry. Patina has the Connecticut, Maduro, and Habano. And it's kind of one of those companies, again, where I've just yet to smoke one of their cigars and been disappointed. They're just consistent, good cigars. The Psycho 7 Nicaragua. One of those cigars that I kept hearing tons and tons about. Tried it out myself before the review and then reviewed the cigar, and the performance was consistent. Great cigar, you need to try it out. The Room 101 Farce Maduro. Another great Maduro cigar. I kind of go across the whole spectrum when it comes to cigars. I like trying different cigars. The Room 101 Farce Maduro has to be one of the best Maduros I've had. Great flavors, great performance, just absolutely excellent. And last but not least on this list, which if you guys have been paying attention, I'm just going in alphabetical order. Like I said, I'm not ranking these cigars. If you handed me any of these cigars that I listed to you, I would smoke them, not complain, and enjoy it. So last but not least, the Stolen Throne Cigars Call to Arms. Excellent cigar. Stolen Throne Cigars in general just had a great year. There was one of their other cigars, the Crook of the Crown, that I really would have liked to try, but I just haven't got my chance to try it or got my hands on it to try it. So Call to Arms, excellent cigar, really, really good. No complaints on that cigar. And I believe it ranked a 3.5 out of 4, which 3.5 is about as high as I rank most cigars. To be honest, the 4 is kind of like that cigar that, man, from as soon as I lit it till the time it went down and burned my fingers, nothing but perfection and greatness. Not saying the cigars that got 3.5 were not very, very extremely good. I don't know if I could use any more adjectives in that. Maybe I'll try next time. But anyway, Call to Arms, very good. Try it out. Well, guys, that finishes out my list. Hopefully it wasn't too short, wasn't too long. Maybe that sweet spot right in the middle. I was just giving you guys a list, so I just wanted to get through it to you guys, get it out there, and let you guys move about your day. As always, guys, thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, make sure to leave all your questions and comments below. I'll get to them as they come along. Until next time, guys, be cool to each other, find yourself some great cigars, and I'll see you soon.